Welcome again to the old principle. 我就是老校长, and we have a little English lesson here. To catch a salmon. 要钓到三文鱼. Okay, so here we are out in the open ocean, 在大海上. How to catch a salmon? Well, that's the subject for today. But first, before we go into it sentence by sentence, let's hear Connie read it to us.
Story 226, To Catch a Salmon. One of the first things a neophyte fisherman learns is that fish are very picky. They won't eat everything. Usually it takes an hour or two of experimentation with different kinds of bait before one figures out what the fish thinks looks delicious. And of course, the key is this: make sure the bait looks good to the fish. Generally, we used small fish called herring for bait. Of course, by the time we used the herring for bait, they were dead. We hid 2 or 3 hooks inside the herring's soft body. Then we pulled the line tight enough so that the little fish had a slight bend in its body. We let the line over the edge of the boat. The motor was moving the boat ahead at a slow rate so that the herring bait looked like it was a real fish twisting and turning in the water. The silver sides of the herring reflected the light and caught the attention of the salmon. If there were salmon in the area, and if they were hungry, they would be attracted by the bait and try eating it while swimming by rapidly. Violent jerking of the fishing pole told us that we had a fish on line. The salmon fights hard to escape, and its fury can easily break the line or pull the hooks out of its mouth. Also, modern fishing reels allow the line to play out at an adjustable rate. The playing out of the line also helps to tire the fish without breaking the line or pulling the hooks out of its mouth. While one person battles the fish on his line, the others in the boat reel in and wait. After the fish is landed, everyone in the boat begins fishing again. American law at that time required that everyone fishing, including children, must have a fishing license.
Welcome back. Here we go. One of the first things a neophyte fisherman learns is that fish are very picky. They won't eat everything. Okay, one of the things that a neophyte fisherman, what is neophyte? Well, if you take a look at the word, neo means new. So that gives you a key to understanding what neophyte must or might be. Something about being new. Okay, so in this case, a neophyte is a 新手, and of course a fisherman is 渔夫. So 渔夫, 新手. Okay, so a new fisherman, a neophyte fisherman, he learns that fish are very picky. Question: are you a picky person when it comes to food? I mean, when you eat, are you picky? Okay, P-I-C-K-Y simply means 挑食. It means that some things you will eat and some things you won't eat. So, fish are very picky. They will eat some things, and some things they will not eat. Okay, going on. Usually it takes an hour or two of experimentation with different kinds of bait before one figures out what the fish thinks looks delicious. Usually it takes an hour or two, okay, of experimentation, 做试验. You test this, you do this, you do that, and you're experimenting, trying different things. Different kinds of bait. Bait, 这个鱼饵, okay, so different kinds of bait. And after a while you say, oh, they like this or they don't like that. Okay. Before 才, in this case, 才, 一个人想通, figures out what the fish thinks looks delicious. Now, it's quite important to look at those last three words, or four. What the fish thinks looks delicious. What you and I may think is delicious and a fish should like may not be what a fish would like. So, well, you've got to figure it out so what the fish thinks he likes going on. Now, of course, the key is this. Make sure the bait looks good to the fish. And now that's all that we're saying. Make sure that the fish looks good to the bait, to the fish. Going on. Generally, we used a small fish called herring. The last time we talked about it, I didn't know what herring was. But I found out since then the herring is a little fish called 青鱼. I understand Japanese like to eat them. Salmon, 三文鱼, like to eat herring too. Okay? Generally we use a small fish called a herring for bait, 作为这个鱼饵. Of course, by the time we used the herring for bait, they were dead, of course. Sometimes we actually bought the herring in the store. You could buy 15 or 20 of them. That was one way of doing it. Or sometimes, as I mentioned in a previous lesson, we actually did what? We actually went out fishing for herring. So we did both ways of getting our bait, our herring. Okay, of course, by the time we used the herring for bait, 作为我们的鱼饵, of course, they were already dead. Now going on, we hid 2 or 3 hooks inside the herring's soft body. Then we pulled the line tight enough so the little fish had a slight bend in its body. Now, this was very important, and it may be a detail. You say, well, I don't care about how you did it. Well, it's still interesting English, and it's the stuff that you're going to face your whole life as you speak and listen to and hear English. So here we go. Okay, we hid 2 or 3 hooks. So 这个鱼钩, okay, we would put 2 or 3 hooks inside the body of the herring, 这个青鱼. So the hooks are hiding. The hooks are hiding. And the body is soft, 很柔软. So it's easy to put the hook inside the body. Then we pulled the string tight just a little bit so that originally the herring was straight, right? But then it had just a little bit of a twist or a turn in the body, a bend. 有一点歪歪了，弯弯的, okay? Just a little bit. And you'll see in just a minute why that was important. Going on, we let the line out over the edge of the boat. Now this is interesting. Okay, 鱼线 is the line, right? So you have 鱼竿 and 这个鱼镐. Okay, I mean 这个鱼竿, how do you say 鱼竿镐? Okay, that's the reel. We'll go into that in just a minute. But we let the line out over the boat slowly. And what did we do? Go ahead. The motor was moving. The boat ahead had a slowed. Okay. The motor, 这个马达, was moving the boat forward. Okay. So we're moving forward. 缓慢前进. Okay. So we're slowly going forward. And as we were moving forward, the little fish, the herring, which is on the line, it's down in the water. You see? And so we're watching that. And the herring bait, see, this is 青鱼, is now 鱼饵. Okay, it's now bait, B-A-I-T. It looked like it was a real fish twisting and turning in the water. Okay, it looked like a real fish, and it was twisting and turning in the water, twisting and turning in the water. Okay, now you say, oh, well, why is that important? Well, first of all, it has to look like a fish, right? It has to look like a fish. And if you made the body just a little bit, 不是直的，是稍微有一点点弯弯的，歪歪的, okay? Then it would twist and turn in the water. And we would look over the edge and we would say, oh yeah, that looks good. Sometimes we would actually say, not enough motion. Okay, 它的动作还不够. So we would pull it out and we would pull it just a little bit tighter. And then we'd put it down in the water. And you see, remember, the boat is moving forward just a little bit. So we put it down in there and we'd look and see, does it look like a fish? Maybe a sick fish, but anyway, a fish. Okay. And it looked like a real fish twisting, twisting and turning in the water. Go ahead. The silver sides of the herring reflected the light and caught the attention of the salmon. There are several words here. Okay, it says the silver sides of the salmon, of the herring. Because the herring is silver, 它们也是银色, okay, 银色的, 银色. So 银色这个鱼鳞, okay, these silver sides, of course, the 鱼鳞 are the scales, of course, but the silver sides, 它们的旁边, they're silver, of the herring, reflected, 反射, reflected the light, 反射 这个太阳 ，OK， 光线 ，and caught the attention. What does it mean to catch the attention? It caught the attention. 这个是过去式 ，OK， 所以 caught the attention 引起三文鱼的注意 ，to 引起注意 ，OK， to catch it caught the attention of the salmon. Going on. If there were salmon in the area, and if they were hungry, they would be attracted by the bait and try eating it while swimming by rapidly. Wow. This now is a lot of words we need to. If there was salmon in the area. Now that's a big if, of course. Let me put this down. I need 2 hands because I'm fishing with you. I'm there with you and we're fishing. If there is fish in the area, and if they are hungry, if they're fish, and if they are hungry, okay, they would be attracted by the bait. Okay, 他们就被这个鱼饵吸引 Okay. Now, of course, if they're not hungry, they're not going to eat. So that's one issue. Okay. And if there are no salmon there, 没有三文鱼在那个地方啊 you know, still, you're not going to catch any salmon. And if they are attracted by the bait and they try, what do they do? Try eating it while swimming by rapidly. Now, what happens is this. A salmon does not go up there and he smell it. A salmon, 这个三文鱼 okay, 它游得好快 and if this is the herring, the鱼饵, he goes by 穿过 he goes by very fast. Boom! And that is, it creates a violent jerking on the, I mean, if he gets the fish, if he misses it, then that's the one thing going on. Okay, violent jerking. What is violent jerking? Okay, 这个鱼竿呢，颤动的 ，OK， 颤动的很厉害，还有 boom boom boom， OK， it's violent， 强烈的那个颤动的 ，OK， and the violent jerking on the fishing pole told us that we had a fish on line. So most fishermen, what are they trying to look for? They're watching the 这个鱼竿头 right at the very top, and they're watching. And if it starts to move, then hey, that makes them say, "Whoa! I got a fish on the line." Okay, what does it mean? We had a fish on the line. Okay, 钓到鱼 fish on the line. Okay, I have something on the line. I have a fish on the line. That means 钓到鱼. Now, going on, salmon fight hard to escape. Salmon, or what we call in English, salmon fishing, is sports fishing. Sometimes they're hard to catch, 有时候很不容易钓到, and they fight very hard to escape. That means they want to leave. 他们要逃跑掉. Of course, they have the hooks in their mouth. You see, 这个鱼钩在他们的嘴里, so they can't get away right away. Okay, salmon fight hard to escape, to leave, to 逃跑. And it's fury. Fury, what is it? It's action. It's action. And they're just fighting. Very, very, very hard. Many times. Well, I wouldn't say many times, but sometimes the salmon is so big and is so fighting so hard that 鱼线就断了. It actually breaks. Okay, it could easily break the line, 很容易把那个线这个弄断了. Or sometimes, and this is true, sometimes it pulls the hooks right out of their mouth. 把这个鱼钩就拔出来. So there's several things that could go wrong. I remember, when was that? Yeah, I remember one time we were salmon fishing, and I actually caught a shark. 当然这个小小的鲨鱼, but we were quite surprised to catch a shark. And sometimes you catch other fish, like sea bass or cod. These are different types of fish. But we always wanted salmon. Salmon was the best. Okay, it says here, also modern fishing reels. What is a fishing reel? If you have a Yukon, okay, if you have the Yukon, and then down toward where the handle is, you have the Yukon Gao, okay, a fishing reel. So you can reel in the line. You reel in the line. That means you are winding the 鱼线 up inside of the 鱼竿镐, okay? Okay. Now these modern fishing reels allow the line, 这个鱼线, to play out at a adjustable rate. Okay, that means that the line, 这个鱼线, can actually go out, but at 可以调整 so that what happens? The line is going out, the fish is swimming away. Actually, what happens is that the fish first swims this way, and then he swims this way, and this way, and this way. And of course, you have this adjustable reel, and so there's tension. That means to pull it is 是要很吃力. It's very difficult to pull it, but they can pull it, and they can pull it. And what happens? Go ahead. Playing out of the line also helps tire the fish. Of course, because the line is going out. You say, but I want the fish to come in. No, don't worry. The line is going out, but the fish is getting tireder and tired. Helps the fish tire out and that doesn't break the line, or it doesn't pull the hooks out of the mouth. Going on. While one person battles a fish on his line, the others in the boat reel in. That means to bring your line in, 用这个鱼竿镐, and to reel in, bring your line in to the boat. And they wait while the other person has the fish. Going on. After the fish is landed, that means after the fish is in the boat, he's in the boat, the fish is in the boat, then everyone in the boat begins fishing again. Of course, you can start fishing again. Going on. American law at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time, 美国政府的法律 要求 everyone fishing, including children, must have a fishing license. If you want to go fishing for salmon, 你要喂三文鱼你要去钓鱼，你要钓到三文鱼 you must have a fishing license, 这个钓鱼证. If you have that, okay. If not, the policeman might not be all that happy with you. So, well, we've talked a lot about fishing. Now, you can write an email if you have the time. We do have an email address. It's theoldprinciple@gmail.com. And there is a website, 我们的网站是 www.theoldprinciple.org. Well, we've come to the end of another lesson, but there is more coming. So, invite a friend, and we'll see you next time.